Hi everyone, and welcome to this tutorial brought to you by ReliaStream.com and ReliaWebHosting.com. My name is Ray, and today we're going to talk about how to install your Radio Flash pop-out player. We're going to do it by steps. We're going to try to simplify it to make it easier for you. If you don't have an understanding of it, please feel free to contact us. I will let you know that we do have an installation service that you can use. It's not that expensive. We'll install it for you if necessary, but we figured we would give you the opportunity to be able to install it yourself, and if you can't figure it out, we're here to help you. So let's start by installing our files. Now, when you download or you purchase your Flash player from ReliaWebHosting.com, you're going to get some files from us that are your radio Flash player files. Now, the first thing you have to remember is you have to get those files from your desktop or your computer, and you have to get them to your web server, because that's the most important thing. If they're not on your web server, your Flash player, well, it just won't work. So what I did is I opened up FileZilla FTP, and on the left-hand side, you're going to see your local computer, which is where your files reside right now after downloading it from ReliaStream.com. And on the right side, you're going to see what your web hosting account is. And if you notice, on our web hosting account, we have a folder called Radio. Now, you can create a folder on your public_HTML directory, and right-click once you get inside the directory, right-click, and you can create a directory and name it Radio, and click OK, and it'll open up it'll create an empty folder for you. So once you get that folder opened, what you're going to do is you're going to take the files from, you're going to open up the folder that you received from ReliaStream, and you're going to transfer those files from your local computer by clicking the top and clicking the bottom and shift clicking, and then right clicking and clicking upload, and that's going to upload all your files to your web host. Now, the next thing to do is to edit your Radio XML file. Now, you're going to right click on your Radio XML file on your web server and click View and Edit, and then hit OK, and you're going to have this file open up. Now, once this file opens up, the most important thing that we're worried about right here in this file is where it says URL 173.192.48.97 and the port number, which is going to be your radio station address. Okay? Now, once you get that done, what you're going to do is you're going to go back to your website, and you're going to type in your web address /radio, and you'll see something that looks like this. Okay? And if it's working properly and your radio IP address is correct, your radio player is going to start playing. Okay? So that's the first part. Now we got the radio player working on the index.html file, and that's what you're looking at here is the index.html file. Okay? So the next thing we want to do is we want to go look at the index.html file, and we'll do that by going into our FTP and right-clicking on index.html inside your radio folder. We'll click View, OK, and then we're going to see a bunch of code. Now, if you're not HTML savvy and you don't understand anything, I'm going to explain it to you the really easy way. We have some JavaScript here and some embed code here, and I'm going to show you what you need to change and what you don't need to change. The very first thing you need to change that you need to make sure is right is the size of your window. And you'll see width and height here. Your width is going to be the width of your player, and the height of your player. So when someone clicks on it, it's going to give you a width of 315 and a height of 100. Okay? And the only other thing, or two more things that you need to change here, is also the width and the height of your player in the code here. And then at the very bottom, and this is really super important, your index.html file is looking for your Flash player, and your Flash player is named shoutcast.swf, which resides on my server under radio/shoutcast.swf. If that is not there, it will not work. So make sure you edit this file, and then you're going to close it, and FileZilla FTP will ask you if you want to upload it. You click OK, and then that is going to make the changes to the index.html file that you need. Last but most importantly is how are your users going to connect to that HTML file and make it a pop-up window? Well, I'm going to show you. When you go to your web page, you see this big image here on the template that I'm designing. How to get this image and how to make it pop into this window. Well, this is the last and final step, and it's actually not that hard. And we're going to include these files with your player so that it makes it much easier for you to install your player. Okay, so we're going to look at this code right here. Okay, and that code looks like this. Okay, now what this code is it's telling you what website you're on. It tells you to when someone clicks that image, to open up the window that goes to demo July 2nd, which this is really not that important to you. Which is really important to you is your folder and where the index.html file is. Okay, so when someone clicks on it, it goes to demo July 2nd radio index.html, and it pops it out at a width of 340 by 130. Okay, you can play with the sizes. It's not going to hurt the code. And the next and the most important thing is the images, the image that people are going to click on. Now mine happens to be an images stories play button.png. Now if we go back to the web page and we right click on our image and do inspect element, you'll notice this is the exact image, demo July image stories play button.png, and then you have the height, the width, and the height. If we go back to our code, you also see the same thing, 200 width, 257 height. If you change all these files, which is your index.html, your radio XML, mainly your IP address over here, and your port number, and you install this code, which I'm going to include with your download, if you do this code and make the changes to this directory on this and this directory here for your images, your player should work perfectly with no problem at all. If you have any questions, problems, or comments, please feel free. Email me, hit me up on the live chat at reliawebhosting.com. I can give you advice. We also do offer an installation service. If you really just don't want to mess with any of this, I can come in and install it for you in about 15 minutes. So that's it for now. If you have any questions, problems, comments, feel free. Give us a holler. Also remember that we have Relia Web Hosting, which can host your website, which makes it much easier for us to get in and be able to help you with your website or whatever the case may be. Again, my name is Ray for ReliaWebHosting.com, and this was the tutorial to show you how to install your pop-out Flash player. Thanks for listening.